As free agency is on the horizon, Jason Kelce and Fletcher, two of the most beloved players in Philadelphia Eagles history, retiring after one of the most disappointing seasons in franchise history. Philadelphia Eagles will kick off free agency, signing a young pass rushing sensation, Bryce Huff, and Steal Saquon Barkley from the Giants, a generational talent highly respected around the NFL and thought of as the best running back in the entire league. With rumblings of the Eagles illegally tampering with free agent Saquon Barkley, NFL opened up an official investigation regarding the matter. But it was the move that Philadelphia Eagles general manager Howie Roseman would pull off later in free agency that would send the NFL into a frenzy. We will discuss that and take a deeper dive into the madness that transpired after the dust settled on a free agency that would leave everyone wondering how on earth did the league allow the Philadelphia Eagles to pull off the heist of the century. This is the Voice of the Eagles show, and like always, God bless those Philadelphia Eagles. But enough of that. Play the video.
It ain't no doggone tomorrow, fellas. What are you gonna bring to the doggone church? Are you gonna bust somebody in their mouth? Are you gonna do your doggone job? Are you gonna play from your doggone chest? Are you gonna play from your heart and get everything you doggone got?
As free agency is on the horizon, we lose Jason Kelce. He decides to retire. For that day to actually finally arrive, Jason Kelce, first ballot Hall of Famer, to lose a guy like that and then turn around days later and lose Fletcher Cox, a first ballot Hall of Famer. As free agency is on the horizon, to lose these two pillars of your team that has been here for so long, it was setting the stage for a really bad free agency. But boy, was I wrong. Howie Roseman extend Landon Dickerson, who's arguably one of the best guards in the NFL. We also re-signed Brandon Graham and Jake Elliott. I don't want that to be lost in the craziness that transpired during free agency. So day one of free agency, Howie is on a mission. He starts off signing Bryce Huff, undrafted guy from New York Jets. He led the New York Jets in sacks. He had a crazy amount of production on limited opportunities. This guy looks like he can potentially become one of the best pass rushers in the National Football League. This guy looks like he's coming in to not only start and be productive, but he's replacing one of our edge rushers. Most likely Josh Sweat will be on another team, but Bryce Huff has all the makings to be a top pass rusher in this NFL. After the Bryce Huff signing, Howie Roseman goes and signs Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley would agree to a 3-year, $37 million deal with a crazy $26 million guaranteed. Now, for Howie Roseman to break the bank on a running back, it's something that Howie, doesn't do often. There is a lot of backlash regarding the Saquon Barkley signing. There was things regarding his health that was kind of overblown in my estimation. If you look at his history, the games that he's played in the NFL, he's only missed really one season, and he missed some games here and there. But the injuries are part of the NFL. Every player is going to deal with injuries. So I think his situation is kind of overblown. But overall, this was an amazing signing. We lost DeAndre Swift in free agency, and Saquon Barkley is arguably one of the best running backs in the entire NFL. You pair that with one of the best offensive lines in the NFL, with the Jalen Hurts, with the AJ Brown and Devontae Smith, and all of these other weapons and pieces around him. It's a great situation for both parties. This was an extremely gutsy call to make. High risk, high reward. Now, the Giants organization, they hated the move. They never offered Saquon Barkley a deal. So for them to be mad at Saquon Barkley for signing elsewhere is utterly ridiculous. Rumors are the NFL is now investigating the Philadelphia Eagles and Howie Roseman for tampering allegations. Allegedly, Howie Roseman was in contact with Saquon Barkley's agent while Saquon Barkley was around or in the vicinity
to come back and be able to play within the state. In Philadelphia, he said that was one of the first things that Howie said to him on the phone as part of kind of his sales pitch to him, was not only the Philadelphia Eagles and that, but obviously the connection with Penn State and the fan bases as well.
Yeah, Coach Frank and I think kind of misinterpreted. The truth was the sell pitch to Penn State. How many Penn State fans are Philadelphia Eagles fans? But that was through my agent. My agent told me that. So, it happens, and I'm let the Philly on that.
Every team is tampering, okay? We get the news, free agency news, it breaks days early. That's a clear indication in itself that the tampering is going on from everybody in the NFL, right? The NFL needs to do its due diligence and figure out different guidelines to create clarity in what's actually legal and illegal, because right now it's a joke. Everybody's tampering, right? And Howie, he's smart enough. He's been doing this so long. I know he wouldn't screw up and make a mistake that can harm or negatively affect the team's draft capital. That's absurd to even think that Howie would make a rookie mistake like that. Okay? It's complete BS. And I think it stems from the fact that the New York Giants were just salty that we have Saquon Barkley.
The fact that Saquon would even contemplate going to play for that team in Philadelphia is insulting to his Giant history and legacy. Saquon very may well not be a New York Giant. I know that Joe Shane is having conversations, but it just doesn't feel like it's going to work out. Go to Baltimore. Go to Houston. Go to LA Chargers. Do not go to the Philadelphia Eagles, because if you do, that appreciation and respect and reverence that we all have for you, Saquon, will be lost. It'll be gone. We want to still respect and love him. If he goes to Houston and he's down there with C.J. Stroud and they do some great stuff, and hell, he even wins a championship, we'll feel happy for him. Yeah. No matter what happens when he does in Philadelphia, we will hate it. Don't let the nonsense, Saquon. Don't let the Howard Eskins of the world or his traitor son who's going down the road influence you to go into the cesspool of the Philadelphia Eagles.
Go kiss ass.
You're going to turn into one of those people that we hate.
Yeah.
And we don't want that.
Yeah.
We don't. We'll respect you, but we'll hate you. And that's not a good thing. Your jersey, that 2-6 that we see all over the stadium, it won't be worn anymore.
Gone.
It'll be gone.
Gone.
It'll be burned. In some cases.
Yeah.
Do not, without any doubt, go to Philadelphia.
And he's in a better organization, in a better situation, and they know he is about to run wild on the NFL. After the Bryce Huff signing and the Saquon Barkley signing, Howie wasn't done. Howie goes and get Chauncey Gardner Johnson. After you go grab a Chauncey Gardner Johnson, the free agency is you're already winning free agency, right? You're already winning free agency. Chauncey Gardner Johnson is without a doubt one of the best safeties in the NFL. The swagger that he brings to a defense, his playmaking abilities, his versatility, his ability to play in the slot, to play safety. He's a versatile piece. Played in a handful of games with the Detroit Lions last year. He was making plays. He's a playmaker. The year before, the Eagles Super Bowl run, he had an amazing year up until he got injured. Now, there are questions regarding his durability, but what he brings to the team is a top tier safety. He's a game changer. Now you have Bryce Huff, Saquon Barkley, and Chauncey Gardner Johnson. This is the reunion. We all know what transpired with Chauncey Gardner Johnson after the Eagles Super Bowl run. Unfortunately, he went and signed with the Detroit Lions. But he's been in 3 NFC championship games. Okay? He knows what it takes to win. This signing was, it was the icing on the cake, right? Think again. Howie Roseman does the unthinkable. He signs Devin White. I know what a lot of haters are going to say. They're going to say Devin White is washed. He has hip problems, or he can't cover and things of that nature. I'm here to tell you, Devin White is a Super Bowl winning linebacker, okay? He's 26 years old. He was regarded as one of the best linebackers in the entire NFL just 2 years ago. 2 or 3 years ago. He was one of the best linebackers, and he's still young. Still 26. Howie Roseman to go and grab a linebacker with that type of pedigree on a team that hasn't had a caliber linebacker like that in quite some time was simply masterful. What Howie Roseman has done, what the Philadelphia Eagles have done, they put the entire NFL on notice. You know, there's going to be more signings and more things like that. But the Philadelphia Eagles have also signed great depth pieces as well. Wide receiver Devontae Parker, linebacker Zach Bond, and O-lineman Matt Hennessy. Great depth pieces. They're going to fight for potential spots on the roster. You look at Devontae Parker, he's one of those guys. He can go up and get the ball. He doesn't need a lot of separation. And you see Jalen Hurts, he's one of those quarterbacks where he's extremely accurate. He excels with receivers, big body receivers who can go up and make those contested catches. Devontae Parker can definitely be effective on this team. It'll be interesting to see what Philadelphia Eagles do at the backup quarterback position. With Marcus Mariota leaving in free agency, the Philadelphia Eagles have been linked to guys like Justin Fields, Tyrod Taylor, Joe Flacco. I am not opposed to signing Justin Fields. Will the Philadelphia Eagles actually be in play for Justin Fields? I doubt it. Okay? But it's always something to keep an eye on because we do need a backup quarterback. So far, the Philadelphia Eagles have pretty much won free agency. Okay? They've had an outstanding free agency. I would give them a grade of an A right now. Howie Roseman, he filled positions of need. He's going into the draft really with no real holes on the team. The linebackers covered. Safeties covered. Edge rusher covered. Running back, he's done everything, right? I'm excited. Let me know how you guys feel about the free agency thus far. And who would you like the Philadelphia Eagles to have actually acquired in this free agency? This is the Voice of the Eagles show. And like always, God bless those Philadelphia Eagles.
Coach,
and these are some of our defensive coaches.
Nice to meet you, Bobby.
What's up, man? How you doing? Welcome. Glad you're here.
Glad to be here.
How you doing, Bryce? Good to see you. Welcome.
Nice to meet you.
Welcome.
Good to have you.
What's up, everybody? It's Saquon Barkley, just officially signed. I'm so grateful and can't wait to be a Philadelphia Eagle. Can't wait to be in the link. Can't wait to see you guys there. Much love. Go Birds.
What's good, Eagles Nation? I'm glad to be here, ready to get here and put in the work. Go out here and win some games. Go Birds.
Back. What's up, buddy?
Yay!
What's up?
He's
back. We back.
Oh.
How y'all doing?
Good, how are you?
Back home. You met Rich?
I've seen him a lot.
Yeah, it's Rich. We gotta get a Team Eagle.
Yeah.
How we gonna go up there and get him?
Back in Philly, where we started. Ooh, look at the pictures.
I'm back, flying high with the best crew, ready to get it going. Fly, Eagles, fly. Best birds in the world. Y'all know we come to take over the game this year. Back again. Shady's back.
Welcome back. How's it feel to be back, man?
Like I never left. I feel great. Anybody? What's that? Enjoying family time, rehab, get to know myself a little bit more, so I can come back and be better than I was.
What was different this time? What did the Eagles do to make you feel wanted, to make you want to come back?
They didn't really do nothing different. You know, we just had to figure out some things between my side and their side. I want to be here, so started something here, started a legacy here. I want to finish it here, so why not? You know, hop back on the train and get back to where we was at 2 years ago.
What did it take from the way things happened last year to this year ending up being back?
Take your feelings out of it and just willing to be a man about certain things, you know, and accept certain things as a man. So I think right now coming back was like, how can I say, a relief. Because I know I'm familiar with the people here, with the place, and I'm comfortable, if that makes sense. So the difference from last year and this year is we both saw eye to eye, if that makes sense.
At what point did you start thinking about this being a possibility?
I've been thinking about it. You just gotta let the time handle it. You can't handle it yourself. That makes sense.
From afar, did you get the sense that they missed you last year?
I was worried about the team I was on last year. I couldn't worry about what's going on here, you know. There's a lot of things that happened from last year to this year. I just had to focus on my job and what I had to do to get myself better as a person so I could be in this position and be back.
What was last year like for you? I know you had the injury, kind of kept you out. I mean, was that as tough a season?
It was fun for me. I learned myself. I figured out, you know, ball isn't always about you. It's about 50 other guys out there, the front office. So getting hurt and taking a step back and not being the focal point made me realize I'm part of something better and greater. I want to be a part of something greater and better than the one I'm at, if that makes sense. I want to be able to take that next step. And I think I made the right decision.
Yeah, so when you did come back, you felt like you were...
I felt like I was more, how can I say, aware of what I was capable of, such as like my talking, my play, my actions off the field. I'm just more so like I'm an impact, and I want to be a positive impact on and off the field. That makes sense.
It's a new coordinator, some different personnel. Are you expecting the same role that you had before? Are you expecting it to look different?
My role is to be a great teammate, help us win games, and get us back to the Super Bowl. I think there's no in between. You know what they expect or what your role is. Your role is just be a great teammate and let the chips fall in, and you just do your job.
What does it do when you're so close 2 years in a row to winning it all? What does it do to your mindset?
It make you go a little bit harder because a lot of people don't get to do back-to-back, especially leaving and going to another team that I haven't even seen. It helps you grow up, understand that a lot of young guys and a lot of older guys haven't even got that chance to go back-to-back conference championships. So I think for me, I learned a lot playing with the guys that got to championship, Super Bowl, and for guys that I went to championship with last year, and made me realize like everybody's a part of it and everybody's important. And I think I didn't really grasp the meaning of that when I was here at first. So mindset changed.
You mentioned rehabbing. Did you feel 100% when you were able to come back for Week 18, or is that still a process?
I turned a 295-day injury into 90. They ruled me out. So you tell me.
How was free agency different this time than a year ago?
Take your feelings out of it. I got enough film and got enough to back me up. I know who I am, so you don't really have to talk about who you are. When teams just know, and I think it ain't about teams, certain teams, and I think this team and I know what I'm capable of, so the best spot for me. I love being here. love everything about this place, and I'm ready to keep going.
What compelled you to apologize to fans?
I'm obnoxious. I thought it was a compliment, to be honest with you. So I mean, all jokes aside, it wasn't. I was just in my feelings. You know, you want to be somewhere so bad to the point where you can't control certain things. So certain things was said, but it was no meaning to it. I mean, I'm back, so I guess we all happy. Family reunion, huh?
No, having seen how many yards and passing touchdowns they gave up last season as a team, does that surprise you that knowing the guys who were back there in that secondary?
Yet again, I wasn't focused on or what they was giving up. I had a team to focus on myself. So my job now is just to be a great teammate and prevent from apparently what happened last year. That's not my job to go back into last year. My job is this year and help win games this year. So what happened is the past, water under the bridge, same group of guys that go out and compete and have fun.
Were any guys on this team kind of like texting you or anything saying, come back and we want you?
I don't think it was no players. I think you could sense it through the fans. I just let God and I let everybody the time handle it. I ain't really gonna talk to nobody. I think free agency this year was more so phone off, focus on me, head down, keep grinding, and wait for that call.
CJ, what do you know about Vic Fangio's scheme?
It's legit. I'm ready to ball. All the guys I've been here before, and just ready to take the next step as a player and go win a championship.
Are you going to still rock the 23?
My favorite player is from here. I think tapping into a different mentality is it's something that people will be great to see this year. I'm on my Kobe mode right now, so I'm coming out with the Mamba, coming out with the 8.
Do a couple more.
A part of what makes you is like the edge that you play with. Is that something that you still want to deliver at this stage of your career?
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, I'm not done. I'm only, 6 years in? I'm just getting started.
I just mean in terms of like you talk about maturity.
Yeah.
You don't want to lose that part of it. Is that fair to say?
It's gonna, every year you have to mature. I don't think you can be too mature for this game. So I think every year you learn and your maturity just grows 1% better every day or 1% every year. So I think right now for me is just understanding why am I here. And that's not questioning the coach. It's just like understanding my role, what can I do to impact and help the young guys, really. This team young. Got a lot of ball in us, so I'm ready to take some of this maturity level and pass it on to some of the guys now that's below me.
Since you signed, have you heard from anybody? Slayer or anybody?
Whole team. We're just happy to get the energy back. I'm ready to turn the lights on back in the building again, if that makes sense.
What about Philly? What is it about Philly?
Mamba mentality. I'm here to win. I'm not here to lose. I'm not here to be mediocre. I demand excellence. So the thing about Kobe that makes him so great is he doesn't settle. He demands not every single of his teammates. And I think watching them play, growing up watching them play, I think you can model them after football, basketball, soccer. Just have the mentality to go out there and win and kill in a good way.
The last time you stood up here or sat up here after the trade, you spoke about your excitement of playing safety after spending a lot of time at nickel with the Saints. Is that still how you view it, or do you, I guess, value that versatility that you have?
I think it's my time to be cocky. It's my time to be cocky. I still one of the best young safeties in the league, so I ain't worried about, I'm ready to keep it going.
Good. All right.
That's it.
How's everyone doing?
So sick. So at what point were the Eagles kind of on your radar and you thought that this might be a good spot for you?
Yeah, when it came to my attention, that the Eagles were one of the teams that were interested in me, I definitely got excited about it. Obviously, we got everything wrapped up and, just put, my signature to the paper. But from watching from afar, everything that they're about, the culture here, the fans here. Definitely got super excited about it, and I'm just happy to be a part of this organization, and I'm ready to go.
Miles Sanders had talked a lot when he was here about you guys staying in touch and communicating, so you probably know some things. What did he tell you about this organization as he went through it?
Yeah, he reached out and congratulated me. And I got back to him, but it's kind of been hectic couple of days. So after this, probably pick up the phone call and talk to him and see if it was the best spots to live and all that good stuff.
Having faced this team as much as you have, what was your perception from the other sideline?
Yeah, like I said, from watching from afar what everything this team about, what the city is about, and they have that mentality. They want to win. I know everyone's stuck on last year, but being 11-6 and making to the first round, and that's a down year. That's a great culture you want to be a part of when you have that mindset where it's like, no, we need to do way more. And I know how special this place is, and I know how special a player that I believe I can be, and I'm just happy to be a part of it.
What do you say to Giants fans who were hurt by you leaving there?
Yeah, the fans, the Giants fans that were hurt about me leaving, I got nothing but love and respect for all those guys and all those ladies and just the fans. For the last 6 years, they've been great to me, to my family. Created so many memories. I don't think I really handled it the right way on social media. I think I could have gave a proper goodbye. Like I said, once I announced, everything kind of got hectic. But yeah, I'm forever grateful for the Giants fans and so thankful for them. But unfortunately, the NFL is a business, and I was able to get to a place that I know I can come here, I can compete, and I can win. I can stay close to home, and I'm just happy that I was able to be part of this team.
You mentioned several times that you'd wanted to be a Giant for life, and you're talking about it's a business. Why is it important in the running back market? You mentioned guaranteed money a couple of times, tweeting about it. Why is that important to the position, to yourself, to the negotiations you had?
I don't think it's just important for just the running back position. I think for any player in the NFL, it's important to get the most guaranteed money that you can. And my agent Ed did an unbelievable job. That was a task that we wanted to have, and that was a goal, and he got it done. But we play in the NFL, not just the running backs, but everybody. It's a gruesome sport. You never know what can happen in this game, so it's important. And I'm just happy that we're able to get that done. And the business side of it is over, and now I can go out there and compete and go try and win.
Who on the current roster has reached out to you, and what have their messages been to you?
Yeah, I talked to KG, and I talked to Jalen a little bit. But yeah, those, like I said, it's been really hectic the last couple of days, and I'm just happy to finally get here, meet everybody here. I met a lot of people today, so I'm gonna try my best to remember all the names. I'm definitely going to come back again a little earlier and do it again. But like I said, just extremely excited to be here, and it's a moment and a memory I'm never gonna forget, and it's even more special I'm able to do it with my friends and family.
As far as the offensive personnel here and the offensive system here, how do you think it could either change your game or unlock your game in a different way?
I think, for the point I am in my career, just to be able to get a fresh start is good, something new, different excitement. I feel like I'm a rookie all over again. It's a new team meetings, new strength, it's a new locker room, everything. But also just being around, talented guys, especially on the offensive side of the ball. You got Jalen, you got AJ, Devontae, a tremendous offensive line. And I feel like I'm a special player. I feel like I still got a lot left, and I got a lot to prove. And I just can't wait to get on the field with those guys and prove it and show it to the world.
You see your family here. What does it mean to come back home to close to your roots and all the people of Whitehall area and everybody who watched you as a kid growing up playing football?
Yeah, that's important to come back to everybody that knows me and, playing high school football here and playing college football here. But the biggest thing, we want to stay close to home. It's a blessing that for Thanksgiving or Christmas, I can go right to my mama's house, or we can go to Nana's house. My kids can see their grandparents, my kids can see their aunts and uncles and cousins. So that was important, and I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy to, be a Philadelphia Eagle.
After the 6 years you had up there, why do you feel like you still have a lot to prove?
Huh?
after the 6 years you had up there? Why do you still feel like you have a lot to?
That's just me. That's my mindset. I'm always going to have that mindset. Every year, how can I bet? How can I get better? How can I improve? Go back, watch the little things, learn from my mistakes, learn from the stuff that I did good, and just keep leveling up. I feel like that's a mindset that you have to have, and I'm going to continue to have here.
How important is it for you to be a 3-down back? How important is that for you to be on the field at all times in each phase?
I pride myself in that. Just looking at the history of all the great running backs, all of them were able to do that. So I pride myself in that, and that's something I know that I can continue to improve. And whether it's running the ball in between the tackles, outside of tackles, catching the ball, pass blocking, all those things that really make you every down back is something I want to continue to get better at, and I'm going to.
They're investigating James saying you talked to Nick during the process. Can you address that at all?
Yeah, Coach Franklin, I think he kind of misinterpreted it. The truth was the sell pitch to Penn State, how many Penn State fans are Philadelphia Eagles fans, but that was through my agent, and my agent told me that. So, it happens, and I'm let the Philly handle that.
What are your thoughts on Jalen as a quarterback and things that are possible between the two of you?
Oh, yeah, watch him from afar. I know how special a player he is. I know how talented a player he is. But just talking to him, there's a mentality he has, the mindset that he has, and, it's not just something that you see on the outside. You talk to everybody in this building. I think they will all say similar things, say the same things. Obviously, he can run the ball pretty well, but just a mindset. I'm big in that. The mindset that he has, and that's a guy that you want to go out there and play for.
The coaching staff has talked about Jalen's contributions to the run game kind of being like +1 in the run game. I guess like when you played with mobile quarterbacks in the past, how does that help a running back?
Yeah, it definitely helps. You put a defense in the bind, especially with RPOs. Pick your poison. You can collapse down and take me away, and you got Jalen. And if you want to stick with Jalen, then you got me running against behind a great offensive line. So I look forward to all of that, and especially not just Jalen and offensive line, but all the talent around it too.
A lot of people will look at the number of touches a running back has, the amount that you've had in the last few years, and wonder if there's going to be a drop-off. Why are you not concerned about that?
Because I pride myself in the way I take care of my body. I pride myself in the way I train, the way I push myself, and I'm a big believer of learning from the greats, and the Walters, the Berries, and the list goes on and on. I'm not comparing myself to those guys, but a lot of those guys played into the well into their 30s. So I don't get into the analytics and all that stuff. I believe in the work that you put in is what you get out, and I'm continue to have that mindset.
You reach back out to James Franklin, what the head coach?
I'm going there tomorrow for pro day and talk to some of the guys. So yeah, I guess we'll have that conversation.
You talked about Barry in the past. You've talked to him a couple times. Barry Sanders, has he given you advice to, as you become a veteran player, how things have to change when it comes to preparing your body? Yeah,
I got to talk to him last year in training camp when we had a joint practice with the Lions, and I was just sitting there in awe, to be honest. I got to talk to him for like 20 or 30 minutes, and he gave me a lot of great advice, and just how to take care of your body, the things he did during the week, in all season and in season, and I just take bits and pieces from it and try to add it to my routine.
The perception has often been that the Eagles haven't invested resources in this position. When they reached out to you to make that type of investment, what was your reaction at that time?
My reaction was, I was super happy that I had an opportunity to come back and stay close to home and play for a great team, and just ready to get the business side off of it. The last 2 years, I feel like, so many people will come up to me and, about me getting tagged or talk about contract or even leading up to this. And now all that's, that's done. The business side is done, and we can keep the main thing, and that's going out there, playing football and winning football games.
Were you 100% at any point last year after the high ankle sprain? Why was it so important for you to come back as quick as you did?
That's who I am. And hopefully I'm able to show that to you guys and to this organization and to, the fans and everyone in Philly, that I'm a competitor, and I want to go out there, I want to compete, and I want to win, and it means that much to me. No matter if I'm hurt, no matter what, I'm living a dream. I wanted to do this since I was a little kid. My dad and my mom, my parents and brothers and sisters can attest to that just something that I take pride in. So no matter what, I want to be out there. You know what I mean? People want to be in my position and go out there playing the game of football. I'm playing a child's game and getting paid pretty well for it. So,
Saquon, having been on the other side of the rivalry for so many years, is it weird at all?
Yeah, it's definitely when I put this hoodie on, it's definitely a little different. And seeing my daughter there, put it on the Philadelphia Eagles stuff. She's seen. We've been on the worst side of the rivalry, I guess you could say, for the past couple of years. But I'm happy. I'm happy to be a Philadelphia Eagle. Like I said, I take pride in it. I'm going to take pride in this organization. I'm going to take pride in my community. That's something that I try my best to do in New York and New Jersey. So I look forward to that. Also make an impact in my community. And I'm excited. Like I said, business side of it's over. And we get to keep the main thing, and let's go play ball.
Okay, thanks, Saquon.
Thank you, guys. You got a question, Jada? What's your question? Don't be shy now. Thank you, guys.